The first thing is we all from the management of Dar Zainab wanted to sincerely thank everyone for all of the support that they provided throughout the month of Ramadan. Not only sponsoring the iftars, but volunteering work, alhamdulillah, and even participation. Everyone from the young all the way to the old people that showed up. So we could not have done any of this without your generous support. So that's the first thing that we wanted to do, is to thank everyone from the bottom of our hearts. And one of the main things is we don't really do fundraisers here, so this is our opportunity to thank everyone for all of the support. The second thing I wanted to talk about is the mission of Dar Zainab, which is building on to the covenant of Gadir and sharing the message and the historical events that have happened throughout our history with Muslims and non-Muslims alike. And we do this mainly through not having any mandatory center fees, and also having the programs accessible to the entire community. The third thing I want to talk about, and this is a very important topic these days, is balancing the tradition as well as the future, which essentially goes to the heart of the issues that some of our communities are having, which is preserving our Urdu language program and heritage through traditional Azadari, but also catering to our young youth who mainly speak in English and they want those lectures to be in English. So the goal of Dar Zainab here is going to be to cater to both organizations, to both of our traditions, Urdu-speaking folks that are coming here, as well as focusing on the youth so they can actually take something out of it. All of our sermons are primarily in English, and that is mainly to reach our younger audience. In the month of April, inshallah, Dr. Hatim has volunteered to do a Q&A session post Ramzan, so we're going to have, sorry, do you have but we're going to have a session with Dr. Hatim to just have any Q&A, mainly in English, mainly for the kids, but the adults are obviously welcomed as well. The fourth thing that I want to talk about, which is very important, is Muharram are coming in the next 3 months. Inshallah, we plan to have about 25 programs in the month of Muharram, and programs will be in both English as well as in Urdu, so the entire community can take advantage of that. We plan to end before the Maghrib prayer, so if there are other people that want to go to other centers, they can actually do that as well. And most of the days the tabarruk would be provided as a take-home instead of a sit-down meal, so people can actually take it and head to the other centers that they want to go. The fifth and the important thing, as I started my session with thanks to the community, there are multiple ways to support. It's volunteering, which is the most important, but also financial support. And we can take contributions, whether it's through Zelle, PayPal, credit card, checks, cash, you name it, we'll take it. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about is an opportunity that Farhan Bhai spent a significant amount of time pulling together, which is fantastic for those of us that have like trading accounts, which is you can actually donate stock from that you had. So think about something like you bought Apple for like $10 back in the days, and now it's $500 or something like that. You can actually give that donation. You can actually give your stock in Apple to Dar Zainab, and you can have on the entire $490 of capital gains. You don't have to pay taxes on. So that's fantastic. I mean, and you support the center. We get all of that proceeds minus some processing fees, but it's a great way to help the center, but also not really pay taxes on the capital gains piece. And the last thing I want to talk about is, a lot of our institutions also have an employer matching program, where if you donate, my organization has like a cap at 3,000, 2.5 or 3,000, but as long as you match, you donate $2,500, the organization would match $2,500, which is fantastic, and a lot of our members in our community are making those generous donations, but they're not taking advantage of that employer matching program. So we would encourage everyone to just give us a call, and just essentially just email your HR and talk with them, and they'll sort of help you with that employer matching program. So With that, I want to close by concluding that Muharram is 3 months away. We need a lot of your volunteering efforts. We need everyone to, mashallah, show up in size as people are. And then we wanted to thank everyone from the bottom of our hearts for all that you've done throughout the month of Ramadan. And may Allah accept our ibadah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi.